Sparks has followed the exodus.
On a windswept stretch of the Bangladesh coast, there is a ragged-looking settlement hidden amongst the trees. It's got a temporary-sounding name, the Shalampur Camp, but it's real enough. Home to thousands of people who fled from neighbouring Burma. They're Rohingya Muslims fleeing vicious ethnic violence in their homeland. But few want to stay, however. They've come here to find themselves a ship. They want to escape, and these people are desperate. Inside a shabby-looking shack, our team found one group waiting for instructions, waiting for a telephone call to say their boat to Malaysia is ready. Recruited by brokers, they've been waiting here for days. Some young, some old, all determined to leave. I'm Mohammed Zalia, 25 years old. Mohammed Hashim, I'm 16. Nurul Islam, I'm 65 years old. The brokers have charged them £200 each, but the true cost of this crossing will be much higher. Rohingya board vessels off Burma or Bangladesh with one basic aim. They want to be taken south, past Thailand and on to Malaysia, where they're permitted to stay. UN agencies think 35,000 people have attempted this journey in the last 12 months. And brokers told us there were several vessels used to transport Rohingya anchored in a Bangladeshi port. They're cargo ships that carry timber north and human beings on the return leg south. And they're not easy to identify. The names have been painted over. Our team had to film secretly. It's thought the men on board carry arms. And we saw a series of metal cages below deck. Rohingya, who've made the journey, told us it's where the women and children are held. The men are kept in the darkness below. We spoke to Mohammed, who spent 11 days in the bottom of a trafficker's ship. The passengers are packed in. Some ships carry more than 1,000 people, and with little food or water, the voyage proves too much for some. The brokers promise passage to Malaysia, but the ships don't sail that far. There's business to be done in Thailand. Passengers are disembarked and held on Thai islands, like this one. It's called Taratau, and it's a Thai national park. But we discovered the southern half wasn't being used for recreation. It's an isolated spot, and according to our contacts in the Rohingya community, the site of several secret prisons where hundreds of people are held captive. We're getting closer now, and we're all feeling pretty tense. It's been hard to find a boat that would take us here. Local people are scared of this place, and we don't know what sort of reception we're going to get. We skirted the island's southern tip and saw smoke from a campfire rising through the trees, so we went in for a closer look. The area seemed deserted, but we weren't alone.
There's clearly people there, though. We can hear the voices. We can hear people speaking.
A man dressed in white emerged from the trees. He wasn't happy and told us to go. No. Our driver said the man was a camp guard, and we decided to flee. It was a dangerous place to be. Former captives on the island told us they were held by armed guards. And to release them, relatives have to pay a ransom of around £1,500. Rafiq spent 19 terrifying days on Taratau Island. It's an experience he longs to forget.
যার আত্মীয় স্বজন যেটা আছে এটা মোবাইল করার দিদি আর বেগুন শুরু করি এখন ফোন কর ফোন যদি ধরলে ইতার আর গালালি করে এখন টিয়া দিতে হ টিয়া যদি দে তুই ন দে তুই মারি
Rafiq's father, Salamot, is not a wealthy man, but he did what he was told. He sold his cattle to free his son. Still, family members often try to negotiate directly with the traffickers. We've obtained an audio clip, recorded in May, of one man trying to release 3 loved ones.
ถ้าผมมาให้นิดหน่อยก็มาคนเดียวได้ไหมได้เลยบอกแล้วแต่ในที่นี้ที่บอกน้องคุณที่อะไรตัวเล็กๆใช่ไหมว่าร้องไห้คุณก็พูดรู้แล้วก็มาคุยกันครับ
And if prisoners are unable to get the money to raise the ransom, well, they're sold as slave labor to Thai fishing boats, we're told. Here's Mohammed.
সই ইয়ান মানে টিয়ানা তাইলে তার বেশি ফেলে দিয়ান সই তার দালালে নিয়ে যাবার হওয়া তোমার তো যদি এখানে উসি বাই এনে টিয়ানা দিলে তোমার আর বেশি গালাই
Allegations of forced labor on Thai fishing boats have surfaced before, but the mass trafficking of Rohingya is cloaked in secrecy. However, we managed to meet a member of a trafficking gang. He called himself Bo and told us he was in charge of security on Taratau Island. I asked him whether he beats the prisoners.
ไม่มีถ้าจะตี1ตีคนที่หนีครับคือ1